Heyo, what's up everybody? My name is PaperCarmelo, and today I'm gonna read a scary story. Now, this scary story is about a man who stares. Now, this happens about every day, because everybody stares. There's no question about it. But this man, this man is more different. He stares right at you. He doesn't move at all. He can even see through his mask. Well, it's not really a mask, it's a pillowcase, but you get the whole point. But it's not just any random person that it is. It's somebody you might know. Somebody you've probably heard or seen on the channel. Now, let us get into the story. Or if now you're not too scared enough to close your phone or shut it off. Now, let's get into the story. Let's get into the man that stares. It was 3:30 in the evening on Halloween day, and me and Alvin will always do what we were doing every day. Alvin was practicing with his guitar so he can start learning new lessons from artists he heard on the radio, and I was working on my combat skills in case I had to go a battle again in any situation. Alvin decided to take a break, so he grabbed his water bottle and chugged it down like there was no tomorrow. But then he saw something outside, something that he never even seen. It looked more like a person. It was a man who was staring directly right at him, right into his soul. Alvin was scared. He didn't know what was going on or who this guy was, but the only thing he knew how to do was call my name.
Carmelo, come quick, there's somebody outside!
What's wrong, Alvin? Are you hurt? Or did your guitar broke? Or something?
Somebody's outside, and he's staring directly at me, and it's freaking me out, I'm scared.
So I decided to turn my head around and see what was outside that Alvin was seeing. But there was nobody outside. I didn't understand. Was Alvin kind of hallucinating? I don't know. Alvin, there's nobody outside. And practically, I really don't see anybody outside right now. I'm gonna go back to my training. If anything else happens, just call my name, alright?
Okay, Carmelo, I'll call you and let you know if anything happens in your room.
Alvin was thinking to himself, thinking that I didn't believe him. But he knew what he saw. So then when he went to check his head around again, just to be sure, because he always double checks, like I do. And then he saw him again. It was a man staring at him. Alvin didn't know what to do. He was scared, and he had a bad feeling about this guy. It was around 8:30 at night on Halloween. Everybody was dressed up for Halloween to go trick-or-treating and get some delicious candy. I was preparing the bags for me and Alvin while Alvin was getting ready to put on his costume. Hey Alvin, would you hurry up? I'm about ready to go trick-or-treating and I got the bags all ready to go.
I'm all ready, and I'm going as the vampire chipmunk.
Yeah, if you're going as that, please don't do the same thing like you did the last time we went trick-or-treating.
Psh, nah, this won't happen again. Besides, I haven't even gotten bitten by a vampire bat.
Okay, we're all ready to go. You ready to get some delicious candy? 'Cause I'm hungry.
I'm not sure if I want to go trick-or-treating outside with that guy staring at me. Plus, you didn't even believe me he was there.
Alvin, of course I believe you. And honestly, I think that he was just a guy playing a trick on us. Besides, I heard they're tripling the stock of the candy for every house there is.
What? You're serious? Why didn't you tell me? What are we waiting for? Let's go!
So me and Alvin went to every house that had the triple stock candy in it. We've been out for hours and we're down to our last house. So as we were going to our last house, Alvin noticed something over there, but he doesn't notice me as I leave. But he sees something. It's the man that stares. He's back again. And this time he's aiming for Alvin. Alvin was scared once again. He had that thing in there that people call fear. Yeah, game over and all that stuff. Okay, see you guys next Halloween. Alright, I'm all ready to go back home. What about you? Have you gotten everything you needed?
He's back. I tell you, Carmelo, he's back. I saw him in the bushes. He's coming to get me. Look for yourself.
And as I looked over to where Alvin was pointing, I saw nobody. There was nobody there. I don't know what Alvin was seeing, but I saw big, gigantic holes in the bushes. Alvin, there's nobody there. I don't know what's going on, but clearly you're starting to hallucinate again. It's starting to get very late, too. We need to start heading home before we get very tired. Alvin knew I was right, because at midnight, Halloween ends, and then it begins the month of November.
Wait for me, Carmelo. Don't leave me behind. I don't want to be followed by the man who stares.
We were all done with our Halloween trick-or-treating, and now we were heading home back to our apartment. But before that could happen, the man that stares was there. Alvin saw him, and he gave a big scream.
Ah!
The noise was so loud it hurt my eardrums. Alvin, you okay? That scream probably woke up the neighborhood.
I saw him. I saw the man who stares.
Alright, that's it. I had enough of this.
Enough of what, Carmelo?
I'm gonna find this man who stares and give him a piece of my mind and teach him a lesson about scaring my friend. Here, hold my stuff while I go teach him a lesson.
Okay, I'll just stay right here and keep guard of your stuff.
So Alvin waited there for me to come back and beat up the man who stares. But I've been took him for a while because usually my battles don't last long. So he decided to come to his senses and go to try to find me through the forest that I went into to find the man who stares. So Alvin tried looking for me throughout the forest that the man that stares live in. He kept calling my name really loud.
Carmelo! Carmelo!
He kept calling my name, but there was no answer. He thought it took a while to find me. But then he looked over and then he saw something that looked very familiar to him. It was a hand that was only recognizable. And believe it or not, it was my left hand that he saw.
That must be where Carmelo is.
So Alvin dashed over to where he saw my left hand at and to make sure that it was correct. When he found me, he thought I was dead. But actually I was pretty much unconscious since I was still breathing. But before Alvin could call medical help to get me to the hospital to make sure I was okay, he saw somebody. It was the man that stares. He leaped out of nowhere and used his knife trying to stab me or Alvin. Luckily, he missed both of us, but he was aiming more towards Alvin. So basically then, he had to go chase after Alvin to get him, while I had to be laid there still unconscious and unprotected. Alvin tried to run away from the man who stares, but he was just as quick as Alvin was. They ran for a while. Basically, they ran back and forth from different places into the forest. There was even this one time where Alvin almost got cut by him, but luckily he missed. Unfortunately, Alvin hit a dead end.
Aw, man, dead end!
Unlucky for Alvin, the man that stares was right behind him, and he knew it because he could feel his presence. Alvin looked straightly at him as he looked back at him, and he knew he was going to do something. Alvin was so very scared for this. He'd never been so scared in his life. The man that stares was preparing something, but Alvin didn't know what, until he looked and he was getting ready to position to stab him. And this would have been the end for Alvin. He closed his eyes and tried to think peaceful thoughts as he was going to heaven very soon. But there was somebody behind him who completely knocked him out. It was none other than Carmelo, the Keyblade Master, here to save the day and his best friend Alvin.
Carmelo, what happened? I thought you were unconscious. You were on the floor out cold.
I was. That guy puts up a very good fight. I called the cops and they should be here to get him. We should leave. This is not our business anymore. It's the cops' business. We already done our stuff. Let's head back to the apartment.
Alright, Carmelo.
We were finally back home with a big stock of candy, and we couldn't believe our eyes. Man, look at the size of our mountain.
It's taller than both of us. Hey, Carmelo, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for about all the things that happened tonight. I hope it didn't ruin our Halloween.
Nah, it was very interesting. It was a very good workout for me to get some exercise while doing some Halloween trick-or-treating.
So, we're cool?
We're cool, Alvin.
Cool, thanks, Carmelo.
Now, let us dig into some candy!
Alright, make sure you save me some Snickers. I can't wait to sink my teeth into those.
Okay, Alvin. And just like that, everything was back to normal. Or so you thought. Alvin looked at the window again, and he couldn't believe what he saw. It was the man who stares, has returned. Uh-oh, Alvin. He's coming for you again.
Well, I hope that story scared you enough to let you know that this kind of thing happens every day. Everybody stares. Even when you don't like it, they still do it. And even you too. So you might want to watch out for people who do that. Because you don't know if there's a real person who actually stares right into your eyes. Or maybe even your soul. So tune in next time for another scary story about the time that I became Ghostface. So were you not scared enough? And if you're not too scared, you can shut off your phone, crawl in your bed, and into your blankets. Grab your teddy bear and cuddle with it all night long as you try to survive the night from this grueling tale I read. So tune in next time for another scary story. And maybe you might be scared. If not, then you might be terrified inside. Fear is in all of us. No doubt about it. So tune in next time. If you dare to be scared.